Hiya folks, it's Kikoskia here, and welcome back to Let's Replay Icewind Dale the Enhanced Edition. And when last we left off, we finished exploring Marketh's estate, minus a Marketh. We got all the magic items that were in there, and all of the non-magic but still useful items, like the Book of Golem command that was right there, that we used to deactivate Malavon's golems. We then defeated Malavon, which we then found out was a simulacrum, and then we defeated Malavon by using Dispel Magic. For such a super powerful sorcerer, Dispel Magic was a very potent tool against him. We then took all his stuff, and one of those things was a fantastic robe that means that our wizard now has a -6 AC, and we found some seeds, which was truly the greatest prize. Well, actually, the badge was the greatest prize because it gave us a huge amount of experience, enough to level us up. So, we're going to leave here, because we could try and rest here, but resting here means that we have a chance of being attacked by umber hulks, and to be perfectly honest, I'm done with umber hulks. Just no more umber hulks, please. I can deal with blind minotaurs, I can deal with all kinds of other things, but the umber hulks are a pain. Really makes me miss having a berserker. Either way, we're going to leave here, and we're going to take the sack of potatoes we got from Marketh's estate to the oubliat. Excellent. We have healed, and I don't hear the sound of the paladin. Hopefully the paladin is no longer in this area.
Is that all?
That does mean that if that's the case, we could... No! Paladin's somewhere around here. Hopefully you don't appear down here. Okay. I want to talk to you.
Dorn.
Hello. It's you again. What can I do for you? I brought you some food for the palace. Well, I'll be damned. I never would have expected anyone to help us. You don't seem half bad to me. Perhaps you could help us with something. Certainly. Just tell me what you need and I'll see what I can do. My people are located a short distance from here in a camp. The umberhulks are having trouble finding it for now, but they won't for long. If you can make it there, you can seek shelter. Of course, we'd appreciate it if you could defend us from the umberhulks. How do I get there? Go to the northeastern corner of the pit. There's a plateau there. If you walk around there for a while, the hulks will eventually come looking for you. I can feel them burrowing below us even now. Once they get through, you can enter the twisting tunnel maze on the other side. Use the glowing red gems to find your way to our camp. Why don't the umberhulks use the path if it's so easy to follow? Well, you see, the umberhulks can't detect red light very well, especially when they're burrowing. They have strange, clear skin on their eyes that can protect them from debris when they rush around. It's very difficult for them to detect the gem's particular tint of light. Interesting. Thanks. Does that mean that you're partially invisible because you're covered in red? Maybe. Right, we need to go up here to this plateau and see about dealing with some umberhulks. Which of course means that I left an area with umberhulks to go to an area with umberhulks. Right, can we open this door? We cannot. Ah, here they are! 3 umberhulks!
Let's go to work.
Yeah, you at least are immune to the umberhulks.
Yes.
So let's keep you back and
Yes.
see about just blasting you. As much as we can. Oh, there are now 6 of them. Right, that is
I'm here.
unfortunate.
What would you have?
Good news though, you're resistant. Yay! Oh, there's 9 of them now. That's a lot of umberhulks. I think I might have drastically overestimated how capable we were at dealing with this situation. Yeah, it's 9 umberhulks. So, I got you some food. We'll help. We'll do this. Why do you do that? Interesting. Right. We're going to instead employ a slightly different tactic. It's called fireballs. And it's called using this choke point here to deal with 9 umberhulks. 9 umberhulks is a lot. It's a big number. It's more than 3. It's a lot more than 3. So, let's get a bit more prepared for this. A lot more prepared.
Yes.
I mean, we might even start casting some buff spells, like Bless. Okay.
Yes, very well.
You're going to move up here. And this should trigger the Umber Hulks. Does it trigger? Oh, there they are. There are the Umber Hulks. Start shooting.
Aye.
Okay, this seems to have only lured
Goblin pie.
one at a time. Okay, more are coming.
Needed.
That's a problem, but we have Flame Arrow, and we have Bless. And we can probably... Okay, you have now been, it's a little unfortunate,
Yes.
but
What? Yeah, I see.
we have the ability to... Oh, we've lured another one's attention, and we're probably going to lure more of their attention in a moment. We could just Fireball back here. Fireballing back here is probably a really good idea.
I'm here.
Well, we can, that is. Magic Missile here to help deal with this one. That'll help out. You are still... Oh, you are also now. And everyone else has been pretty much apart from Iona and my wizard, who never will be. Which is nice. So, I'll have you focus here. And we'll just... Oh, you're back. Excellent. And you're gone.
Hey, you need me?
Okay, you're gone. A magic missile here. And now we wait for the whole party to return back to normal. Or we wait for you
Get us
to
done.
get the attention of another one. Oh dear. You are rushing forward at the speed of oh dear. Okay, now you're backing up, and now you're moving forward, and now you're backing up, and could you make up your mind?
Hey,
Please?
What would you have of me?
Nope, seems like you're intent on not making up your
Yes,
mind.
what is it?
You're back now, excellent.
I'm here.
You're back too.
I'm
And you're
here.
back. That's another one taken care of, and you are once again lost to us.
I'll
But that's
wash
okay.
my beard in your
We can
blood.
probably deal with you quickly. Yes, we can.
Aye.
Also, there are a lot of these. We're just going to grab all of these, put these all in the bag, and maybe we can put them to some use. I doubt we can. If we can, I doubt it's going to be
I'm
anything
here.
good. Okay.
Right.
Next one. There's another one somewhere. Oh, there you are. Hello. We can hopefully whittle you down. You're really good at resisting this, by the way. You're really good at resisting the effect of the Umber Hulk. I wonder if there's an item you have that makes
I'm
you
here. Right then.
more resistant. And 2 more Umber Hulks that seemed incapable of getting to us.
Yes.
This is okay. Because now there's only 1 Umber Hulk.
I'm
Right,
here.
this was much better. Just a little bit of forward planning. And finally, Iona has been hit by that. But that's okay, because we just moved far away from Iona. And Iona will hopefully try and attack my
Aye.
fighter. No, thank you. Don't attack. Don't attack my sorcerer either, please. And I was just saying that you were
I'm
really good
here.
at resisting
Watch me
this.
go.
Clearly you aren't. But that's okay. Oh,
I'm here.
there are 2 more. Oh dear. That's a little unfortunate, but I do have lots of spells to deal with you. Like, now.
Yes.
Okay, please deal with this one very quickly. Okay, that's 1 taken care of.
Ready.
Now I have only
Hey,
1 more.
Let's go to work.
I'm getting a lot of experience for doing this at the very... Hey, we did it.
I'm here.
Getting a lot of experience with this at the very least. And a lot of these. Gotta put those there.
Aye.
And
Ready.
if we've dealt with everything, and you're no longer... There you go.
I'm here.
In theory, we
Easy
could
as
rest
goblin
down
pie.
here. That'd be nice. Oh, found 1 more of those. These are worth, like, probably
Ready.
10 gold, no doubt. Like, what, those? We have 1 billion of those. You have to pay us to take them off your hands. Yep, rested. Excellent. And save. And through here we go. Beware, travelers. If you mean any harm to these people, I and my kin will stop you. This community of refugees has suffered enough. I am Bjorn, 8th facet of Kalarduran. Who are you? I'm Magnus Bronswell. Talon told us how to get here. We brought him and the others in the camp some food. He thought he could trust us. Well, should he trust you? Of course. I would never harm innocents. Good. I'm relieved to hear that. If you're a friend of Talon and helper of our people, you're our friend. You're welcome to rest here. Please visit me later in our temple in the northeast. There's something I would ask of you. Something of grave importance. Certainly. Thank you, Bjorn. Yay!
Dorn.
We've found a friendly place. It's not a very happy place, but it is friendly. We have a merchant here, I believe. I think you're a merchant.
I shall lead
I
the
really
way,
hope you're a
as
merchant.
you wish.
Nim. Malas us, dis mali usten tal tanas talthari, usten zin nim. Excuse me, I don't understand what you're saying. I apologize, honored customer. I will speak in your common tongue for our mutual convenience. I am Nim. Customer? Are you a merchant of some kind? I am a merchant in these darkened caverns, yes. Contrary to what some surface dwellers may think, there's an entire world down here. People have the same needs here as they would have anywhere. I satisfy those needs. I'd like to see your goods. Perhaps you have something that might interest me. Oh, you have stuff that will interest me. Okay, you have a lot of nice stuff. You also have a cage of exotic birds and a cage of squirrels. These are important. Inside this cage are several exotic birds that look like they could use a new home. Buy. Within this cage are 2 cramped squirrels. Buy. Also, you may notice there is another gem bag, another scroll case, and another potion bag. We're buying all of those. Also, there are a ton of acid arrows and spells. And really powerful magic items, like the Mystery of the Dead and Ilian's Hunting Helm. I mean... Oh. Solemn Duty here is a katana that it gives you immunity to confusion, which would have been great dealing with all the Umberhulks, and a 3% chance of decapitating an opponent on each hit. You read that right. Decapitating. Now, do you have proficiency in katanas? I did not give you proficiency. I gave you proficiency in katanas.
You have needed
Gave
me.
you proficiency.
Iron buyer's done.
Isn't it dangerous being an Underdark merchant? For many it is. However, I've been in this trade for over 400 years. I have seen my way into and out of places that no other Dark Elf has ever seen. You'd be surprised how powerful a single merchant can be. Really? Where have you been? Ah, well, I've seen many things, been many places. The gem mines of Thay aren't quite as frightening as some might lead you to believe. The depths of the Moon Sea aren't filled with undead. Oh, and the treasury of Dorn's Deep wasn't very secure, even when it was inhabited by the dwarfs. Let's see your goods. Right, let's have a look at these. So, Solemn Duty is a fantastic sword that just basically has a 3% chance of decapitating things, and has bonuses against outer planar creatures. Could be useful. Staff of Moradin's Breath has a lot of power. It's a resurrection staff. The Mystery of the Dead is +4 with an extra +1 to missile attacks. Immunity to Finger of Death and Power Word Kill. You have an item that gives you +4 and extra +1 versus missile. That's a good shield.
What?
That's a really good shield.
Yes,
We
as you
probably
wish.
want that. We also probably want... Ooh, armor class 2. Ooh, armor class just 2. This mage who made his home in Fal was known as Kettle of the 3 Rings, for it is said that he perfected a technique whereby he could wear 3 magical rings simultaneously. An enchanter of items, he is well known for his discriminating taste in clothing, jewellery and other accessories. His polished silver braces were a constant part of his wardrobe. Kettle eventually sold his braces when he needed the money for some powerful rings. Unfortunately, Kettle died in an orc attack on Flan several years later. That I think is actually better than what you're currently using, Rodella. Yeah, armor no, it's exactly the same, armor class 2. Okay, that's less decent, and I definitely don't want to get rid of that because that's fantastic. And we also don't want to get rid of... I mean, technically... It's better than what you're currently using armor-wise, because that's armor class 2. That would give you an armor class of We'd lose a Thaco, but that could give you an armor class of -9. That's very tempting. The shield is a definite buy. And the helmet is also a definite... is it a definite buy? It is. It absolutely is a definite buy. Because you can wear a helmet and it will make you even tougher.
What is it?
So,
If I must,
let's
I am here very well.
let's give you that. Let's buy the shield. Actually, no, let's save first. I think I've already saved, haven't I? I haven't actually saved. Let's save before we buy these items.
Done.
Show me your wares. I'd like to buy this. I'd like to buy this. Do I buy the violin? What's the violin do? Ooh, it's got a huge story. Shadow. Ooh. Okay, this instrument is known as Talos violin, but that moniker is rarely spoken among musicians, as mentioning the name of Nikolai Talo is considered bad luck. Nikolai was born in the vast near High Hasper, the son of a chandler. Because of the intimate traffic through the region, Nikolai was introduced to many different cultures. One of the travellers he met was an elven musician named Relev Thinriver. Relev introduced Nikolai to the violin and taught him for several years as he wandered through the area. Relev knew that Nikolai was an incredibly gifted child, with quick fingers, a keen mind, and a passion for all things in the world. Relev also recognised that Nikolai was exceedingly proud and arrogant. In spite of Nikolai's shortcomings, Relev taught him everything he knew. After Relev was killed by a band of orcs, Nikolai began to practice on his own throughout the Vast. Despite his travels, he always returned to the isolated peaks of his mountain birthplace. He became famed throughout the Vast, the southern Moonsea, and Sembia for his incredible talent and passionate performances. Eventually, news of the proud young virtuoso spread to the ears of a nearby thug from Callant named Tremble Gon. When Tremble and his gang travelled through the Elven Blood Pass, they stopped at the Elf in Armour Inn and demanded a performance from Nikolai, who happened to be present and eating dinner with his father at the time. Nikolai refused to perform for Tremble and his men. He called them stinking oafs and attempted to leave with dignity. Tremble assaulted Nikolai's pride by claiming that Nikolai was afraid of performing because he'd be heckled out the Emperor's incompetence. Nikolai shot back that his skill with the violin was so great that he could raise the dead from their graves. Satisfied with the proposed challenge, Tremble immediately grabbed Nikolai's father and stabbed him in the heart. When a number of other villagers attempted to intervene, they were also killed by the bandits. Tremble defiantly stood over Nikolai's dead father and said, "Where's your big mouth now, fiddle player?" Without a word, Nikolai pulled his violin and bow out from underneath his arms and began to play a melody that none of the residents of High Hasper had ever heard before, and no one in Faerun would ever hear again. Nikolai played with unbridled passion and fervour. Onlookers later remarked that he appeared to be a madman, thrashing about in ways that people didn't think were possible. At the climax of his frenzied piece, Tremble and his gang watched in horror as the souls of the men and women he'd just killed rose from their corpses and dove shrieking at their murderers. The bandits died horrible deaths, chilled by the shadows of their victims. Nikolai himself continued playing, dancing through the streets and back pastures of his alpine home until every man, woman, child and beast ever buried in the region rose from its resting place and milled about until Nikolai and his music disappeared into a far-off valley, shrouded in a mysterious fog that vanished as quickly as it had appeared. Legends say that on misty nights the ghost of Nikolai Talo returns to his homeland, playing a phantom violin with a host of dancing dead trailing behind him in the moonlight. Shadow monsters once per day, 1d4 shadows, 9 rounds. Yep, we're buying that. That is an absolutely fantastic spell. Also, lots and lots of nice spells here. Now, ooh, delayed fire blast. I will consider buying these at some point. I will definitely buy delayed fire blast though, and we will also buy all of these acid arrows, and all of these arrows plus 2. Yeah, that's 15k. Absolutely worth it, because you never know when you might need these arrows. We can also quite reasonably now replace the plus... Do you have normal arrows? I didn't check if you had normal arrows. Do you have normal arrows?
I am by your side, indeed.
No! That's a little unfortunate. Okay, you bought some things. Wear this helmet. And... you can wear this helmet. Actually, it makes more sense for you to wear this helmet, because it gives you the ability to... No, actually, it makes more sense for you to wear this helmet. There you go. -8. And, yeah, -8. -12. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good upgrade. Can anyone wear this hat? I mean, you, in theory, can wear this helmet. Makes your armor class -14. Yep. Wait, if that makes your armor class minus... Okay, that makes your armor class -14. I could buy those gauntlets for you. But I don't think it's going to make much difference. Not really. Also, absolutely going to do that. Absolutely going to give you that so you can put that away. Put these here. You can put all these in the scroll case. Just in case. Get it? Scroll case? Huh? We have a really, really good team here.
I am here.
We have some really good abilities. Also, I keep forgetting to do this. Ah, I gave us some magic bolts. Someone said that we could get magic bolts from this.
Yes.
Either way, we are now in a place of safety. And we've done some buying and selling, using some of our money. Was it a good idea to spend all that cash? I think so, considering the fact that we haven't sold anything. We have a couple of things that we could sell if we chose to. We're not going to right now, but we could. And so, when we come back, folks, we'll continue to explore this small, secluded settlement. And then, we'll see about that quest that we were offered by the leader of the settlement. And so, I'll catch you next time, folks. But there is still much more to do in Dorn's Deep. Dorn's Deep is definitely a endgame location. There's tons to do, and we haven't even dealt with the Spirit of the Paladin yet. We will, but we haven't yet. And so, I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later.